Bruh, bruh, bruh.
One of the biggest things that I struggled with was being able to focus during the sessions of reading material. I would start to lose myself, I would get tired, I wouldn't want to read the words that are on the pages anymore because I was bored and it was hard for me to stay focused. But the Cornell notes helped me to break down everything that I was reading and organize it into a way that I was able to comprehend everything and make it easier on me to be able to stay focused. Learning to become a proper researcher was difficult for me because I didn't know if I was doing it correctly or not, and I wanted to learn the ways to properly utilize all the resources that were available to me. And I was also scared because if I did that improperly, meaning not cite something correctly, I would be in very big trouble. One of the craziest things that happened also was the COVID-19 pandemic. It made us go into a weird area. We were forced inside, not being able to go outside and have social interactions. We had to practice social distancing, and school being done primarily at home. Not being allowed to go and attend school in a classroom was difficult because I wasn't able to ask certain questions, or I would forget certain things and not remember to ask it. And all the time on your hands being at home, it's hard to maintain proper time management because there's so many distractions at home, like Netflix or your phone or just everything else that doesn't take place when you're inside of a classroom, inside an actual school. I would say the hardest thing, one of the hardest things I struggled with was learning to write a proper thesis. Um, it was pretty difficult because I never really cared about a thesis before I attended college. Don't really remember too much about it from high school, and I didn't understand exactly how important it was to the entire essay and the direction that you're going to take whatever paper you're writing in. Luckily, I was able to get help from professor and from the Stone Writing Center on how to properly write one and how to properly identify when one isn't what it's supposed to be. An assignment that taught me a new skill was the interview essay. I had never before interviewed anybody. I was only ever interviewed for a job or for something like that. But now I was tasked with collecting a list of questions to ask somebody and using the information they give me to construct an essay about insight into that job field, whatever it would be. Um, I was nervous because I didn't know if the questions that I had written down to ask were going to give me all the information I needed to write a proper essay. I didn't know if the person I was interviewing was going to give me enough. It was just multiple things that were new to me. But now I would say I'm more comfortable if I ever had to interview anybody again in the whole process, sitting down, making sure the questions are good, making sure that the person you're interviewing isn't getting bored with the questions you're asking, nothing too personal, stuff like that.